Hi everyone, I'm Jane Trotter and welcome to Accelerando Piano. In today's tutorial, I'm going to talk about something which affects most of us at some point in our musical journey: performance nerves. My goal is to give you strategies and techniques to overcome those nerves, reduce anxiety, build confidence, and allow your hard work to shine through when it matters most. Whether you're preparing for a concert, an exam, or simply playing for family and friends, feeling anxious is completely normal. Even professional musicians get nervous. The good news is there are many things you can do to manage performance nerves and perform with greater confidence and enjoyment. Let's get started. Performance nerves are a natural physiological response. When we're in front of an audience, our bodies release adrenaline, the same hormone that kicks in when we face any perceived threat. Your heart races, your palms get sweaty, your mouth goes dry. It's all part of the fight or flight response. Recognizing that nerves are normal can help you accept them rather than fight against them. The key is learning to channel that nervous energy into your performance rather than letting it overwhelm you. The single most important thing you can do to reduce performance anxiety is to be thoroughly prepared. When you know your piece inside and out, you'll have far more confidence sitting down to play. This means practicing until the music is in your muscular memory, until your fingers know exactly where to go without you having to consciously think about it. If you're still stumbling over passages or unsure of the notes, you're going to feel anxious. Give yourself plenty of time to learn and polish your piece. Don't leave it to the last minute. The more secure you feel in your preparation, the more mental energy you'll have to focus on the music itself rather than worrying about mistakes. If you'd like to explore some ideas for developing reliable and successful practice habits so you're thoroughly prepared for any performance situation, feel free to take a look at my tutorial, Practice Tips That Work. This is a comprehensive overview and guide on how to get the most out of your practicing, and comes with a download summarizing all of the tips and suggestions. One of the most effective strategies is to create regular performance opportunities, starting at home and gradually building up. Begin by simulating performance conditions during practice. Play through your entire piece without stopping, just as you would in a real performance. Then play in front of friends and family, starting small with just your partner or a close friend, then gradually increasing the size of your audience. If you don't have formal opportunities like recitals or exams, create your own. Organise informal concerts, play at aged care facilities or local gatherings, or join a piano group where members share their pieces. The more you perform, the more routine it becomes and the less intimidating it feels. You'll also get used to handling the little distractions that come with a live audience. Someone coughing, a creaky chair, or just the awareness of people watching you. Each performance, no matter how small or informal, is invaluable practice for building resilience and confidence. Recording yourself deserves special mention because it's such a powerful tool for managing performance anxiety. When you press that record button, something shifts. Suddenly, there's a sense of occasion and a bit of pressure, similar to what you'll experience in a real performance. This helps you become familiar with that slightly heightened state of awareness without the added stress of an actual audience. Recording yourself regularly means you'll get used to that feeling of being on, and it won't seem so unfamiliar when performance day arrives. It helps you desensitize yourself to the pressure of being observed and performing on cue. What's more, you can listen back and often discover you actually played much better than you thought. We're usually our own harshest critics, and nerves can make us feel like everything went wrong when the performance was quite good. You might also notice patterns. Perhaps you rush certain sections when nervous. Identifying these tendencies allows you to work on them specifically. Let's talk about breathing and relaxation techniques. When we're nervous, our breathing becomes shallow and rapid, which only increases anxiety. By taking control of your breathing, you can calm your nervous system. Before you perform, try this simple exercise. Sit comfortably and take a slow, deep breath in through your nose for a count of 4. Hold it for 4. Then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. Repeat several times. You'll notice your heart rate slowing down and your muscles releasing tension. Physical exercises and stretching are also incredibly helpful for releasing nervous tension. When anxious, we tend to hold tension in our shoulders, our neck and jaw, our hands and wrists, exactly the areas we need relaxed for piano playing. Try gentle shoulder rolls and neck stretches, dropping your chin towards your chest, turning your head to look over your shoulder, or tilting your head sideways. Another useful exercise is to tense and then release different muscle groups. For example, hunch your shoulders up around your ears, hold for a few seconds, and then suddenly release and let go completely. This helps you become more aware of where you're holding tension and trains your body to relax on command. At the piano, let your arms hang naturally by your side for a moment, feeling the weight of gravity. Then bring your hands up on the keyboard and make slow circles with your wrists, one way and then the other. Try some big sweeping arm gestures across the keyboard as if you were dusting the keys. And adjust your body weight on the stool from side to side to loosen the muscles around your waist and lower back. Even just a few minutes of gentle movement can make a big difference. Positive visualization is another powerful tool. In the days and weeks leading up to your performance, spend time sitting quietly and imagining yourself playing your piece from start to finish. Picture yourself at the piano feeling calm and confident. See your hands moving across the keys with ease. Hear the music sounding beautiful. When performance day arrives, your mind will recognize the situation and respond with greater confidence because you've already been there many times in your imagination. Elite athletes use visualization constantly. Think about an Olympic diver. They mentally rehearse the entire dive before leaping off the platform. They visualize the approach, takeoff, each twist and rotation, and the perfect entry into the water. They're feeling the movement in their muscles. When they execute the dive, their body already knows what to do. As musicians, we can do exactly the same thing. Hone in on the details. Feel the keys beneath your fingers. Hear the sound of each phrase in your mind. Experience the flow of the music. Imagine the physical sensations, the weight of your arms, the movement of your hands across the keyboard, your foot on the pedal, the breath you take before you begin. Regularly practicing these visualization techniques will help to settle nerves because when you actually sit down to perform, it all feels familiar, like you've already successfully done it before. Now, let's talk about the day of your performance itself. How you manage the hours leading up to your performance can significantly impact your nerves. First, think about what you eat and drink. Avoid too much caffeine. While you might be tempted to reach for that extra cup of coffee, caffeine can increase anxiety and make your hands jittery. Similarly, be mindful of sugar intake. When it comes to practicing on performance day, less is often more. This isn't the time for intensive practice. Instead, do a light, gentle review, perhaps playing through your pieces once or twice at a comfortable tempo. Over-practicing on the day can actually increase anxiety and tire you out. Trust in the preparation you've already done. If possible, arrive at the venue early. This gives you valuable time to familiarise yourself with the space and the instrument. Every piano feels different, so play over a few scales or a familiar passage to give yourself the opportunity to adjust to the touch, the pedals, and the acoustics of the room. This will help the environment feel less foreign and intimidating when it's time to perform. Finally, consider establishing a consistent pre-performance routine, something you do every time before you play. This might be a specific warm-up, a particular breathing exercise, or taking a quiet moment to centre yourself. Having this personal routine signals to your mind and body that you're ready, and over time it becomes a powerful anchor that helps you transition into performance mode with greater ease. When you're performing, it's helpful to start with something familiar and comfortable. If you're playing multiple pieces, consider opening with the one you feel most confident about. Beginning with a piece you know really well helps you settle into the performance and establish a sense of control. You can also apply this principle within a single piece. Make sure you know the opening bars well. A strong, confident start sets a positive tone for the rest of your performance. Choosing your repertoire wisely is another important consideration. If you're prone to performance anxiety, there's no shame in selecting a piece that's slightly below your technical level. In fact, it's a smart strategy. When you perform a piece, you can play comfortably and securely. You'll have more mental and emotional energy to manage your nerves. You won't be worried about whether your fingers can execute a difficult passage or whether you'll remember a tricky section. This doesn't mean you should only ever play easy pieces. But for when you're working on building performance confidence, it makes sense to choose music that allows you to focus on expression and communication rather than just getting through it. Let's address the elephant in the room: mistakes. One of the biggest sources of performance anxiety is the fear of making a mistake. Mistakes happen. Even the most accomplished pianists make them. What matters is how you respond. If you make a mistake during a performance, don't stop. Don't grimace or apologise or shake your head. Just keep going. The audience often won't even notice a small slip, but they will notice if you draw attention to it. You can practice this during your run-throughs at home. If you make a mistake, forge ahead without stopping. This teaches you the crucial skill of recovery, how to keep your composure and continue playing even when things don't go perfectly. It also builds resilience and teaches you that a mistake doesn't have to derail your entire performance. And here's a useful tip for practicing. Mix things up. Begin a section halfway through a phrase or even halfway through a bar, not from your usual starting point. This gives you extra security when performing because you'll be better equipped to pick up the music from anywhere if you do make a mistake. Playing duets with another pianist or your teacher can be a wonderful way to ease into performing. When you're playing a duet, you're not alone. You have someone right there beside you sharing the musical experience. This takes some of the pressure off. If you lose your place or make a mistake, your duet partner can help guide you back. Duets also require you to listen carefully to another person, which helps shift your focus away from anxiety and onto the collaborative musical experience. Start by playing duets in your lessons or with a friend, then gradually perform these pieces for small audiences. Once you've built up confidence through duet performances, you'll probably find that solo playing feels far less stressful. Finally, let's talk about mindset. It's easy to view a performance as a test or judgment, something where you're being evaluated and could potentially fail. This perspective creates enormous pressure. Instead, try to reframe the experience. Think of a performance as an opportunity to share something beautiful with others. You've worked hard on this music, and now you have the chance to communicate it to an audience. It's a gift you're giving, not a trial you're enduring. Focus outward on the music and your listeners rather than inward on your own anxiety. Ask yourself, what do I want my audience to feel when they hear this piece? When you shift your focus to the music itself and the joy of sharing it, the pressure often diminishes. You're not there to prove anything. You're there to make music. So there you have it, a collection of techniques and strategies to help you manage performance nerves and play with greater confidence and enjoyment. Remember, feeling nervous is a completely normal part of performing. Even professional musicians experience anxiety before they go on stage. The difference is they've learned how to channel that nervous energy and use it to enhance their performance rather than hinder it. Not every strategy will suit everyone, so experiment and find what works best for you. The key is to be patient and kind with yourself, and recognize that building performance confidence takes time and practice, just like learning a piece. Don't let performance anxiety hold you back. With preparation, the right mindset, and a little bit of courage, you can learn to manage your nerves, celebrate all the hard work you've put in, and share your music with others in a way that feels rewarding and enjoyable.